Great, thank you. Call this meeting in the city of Hawarden, Iowa City Council to order on Wednesday, March the 8th, 2017 at 5:38 p.m. Present are 3 council members, mayor and some staff. Mr. Pickner is out this evening. Perhaps Councilman Harvey will be here with us. I know Councilman Payne Allen is not going to be with us. So, first agenda item number 1A is the approval of the February 22, 2017 City Council meeting minutes. Is there a motion for that approval?
So moved.
Moved by Tim. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Travis. Further questions or clarifications? Hearing none, all in favor then of the February 22, 2017 City Council meeting minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That passes 3-0. Next is claims for payment for March the 8th. We'll start with John for questions.
No questions, thanks.
Tim, questions? Okay. Travis?
None, thank you.
Hearing no questions, I'd entertain a motion for approval of claims for payment.
So moved.
Moved by Tim. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, sorry, John. Second by Travis. That's my better ear on that side. So. All in favor then of approval of claims for payment, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed? Again, that passes 3-0. At this time is open business from the community. Anyone wish to address the council? Seeing none, we'll move to the mayor's report. Our congratulations to the West Sioux girls basketball team for a fine season. They worked hard and were very successful. Also, congratulations to all of the speech participants that have made it to the state competition from West Sioux. We want to thank Steve Peterson as he is leaving the Akron Hometowner newspaper. Steve has covered the community of Hawarden activities and the West Sioux school activities the past 8.5 years. We thank him for his great coverage and wish him well in his future endeavors. And lastly, my thanks to the K and first grade blended classroom of Miss Swanson's class at West Sioux Elementary in Ireton. I was honored to visit with their class last week and talk with them about the role of the mayor. They, as young persons, they asked some very insightful questions and were very knowledgeable in city government. An opportunity now for council comments. Anything from council? Hearing none, we'll move to staff reports. Pam, anything over there?
Not tonight, thank you.
Not tonight. Well, thanks for being with us. Tom, anything from your point?
Just a couple things. April 7th is Household Hazardous Cleanup Day, and it's at the old fire station or the street department shop from 1 till 4. And if you have any material to drop off at this time and it does not work for you, if you are not going to be in town, maybe, just let us know at the city offices and we'll try to help you out with that. Citywide cleanup will be May 12, 13, and 14. That's all I have.
Great. Thank you. Gary?
I have nothing else, Rick, other than remind everybody to set their clocks ahead in this Saturday night.
Comes along pretty fast.
Yes, it does.
All righty, thanks. Other agenda items. Thanks, Jason, for being with us. If you'd like to give us an update at the hospital, please.
Hello. The building project is continuing. We are in the process of cutting in the bariatric window in the end of the 1960s edition. And each patient room has to have a window, so we're cutting into the older piece above the clinic, and we'll be putting a window in there. And so they're starting to frame up most of the inside of the 1936 and 1990s edition. The connection holes have been established into the new organization, and the old steel's been put up and welded in place. And so basically it's putting up the studs and putting the sheetrock on, and still, we anticipate to be done by the end of April. A lot of work to still happen, but it's coming along real rapidly, and hopefully have an open house end of May sometime. It's interesting. It'd be nice to be able to have an open house the day we dug the dirt and did the dirt turning at the same date, but it's been almost 3 years since we started the project, and so it's been I'll be glad when it's done.
I bet you will.
But, it continues to, we work through processes and it's all new, and so we're just trying to get through the newness of it, and we'll probably be dealing with that for about a year until that gets solidified, but volumes have been really decent, and we're starting to get our surgeons in place and starting to do some surgery, and so those things are all falling into place, and I got our stress test machine last week, and so we've talked about getting that program up and operational again, and so things are moving right along, slow but sure. And our wayward signs have been approved, and so we have some lighted signs that will help customers be able to direct where they're supposed to go. And we went with illuminated signs instead of the rock theme, just because at night and also during snowstorms, we felt that the illumination was more appropriate for a hospital, so that's how we made our decision on that. So,
Questions from council? Well, thanks again to you and your staff for all the work you put in, and the board members too.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you very much for your update.
Yep.
Due to a timing of not having a right advertising, the Resolution 2017-07 proposing to dispose of real property and publishing a notice of public hearing is again on the agenda. So is there a motion for Resolution 2017-07?
So moved.
It's been moved by Travis. Is there a second?
Second.
Thanks, John. We got you in there. I heard that one. Seconded by John, Pam.
Got it.
All righty. So this is Resolution 2017-07. Call for a roll call vote, please, for that.
Feldhacker,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
Kurth.
On a 3-0 roll call vote, Resolution 2017-07 passes. Agenda item number 5 is a public hearing on the proposed fiscal 2018 budget. At this time, I'll open the public hearing. Invite any comments from the public.
Hey, I'm Lori Julin, the library director, and I just wanted to thank everyone for making this budget process so simple for me. Being my first one, I appreciate the generosity of the city and the council for providing good funding for us.
Thank you for those comments, Lori. Have we received anything at the office as far as for the public hearing for this from staff? Okay. Any council wish to comment?
No, there's no public.
Okay. My thanks also, Lori, to the staff as we are in the public hearing for making this a very seamless process as far as council goes. They're always open for opinions and questions, and Gary and staff have done a very nice job of making this a very solid budget for 2018. So, hearing no other comments, I will close the public hearing on the fiscal year 2018 budget, which then leads us to the resolution 2017-08, which would be the adoption of the fiscal year 2018 budget. Is there a motion for that resolution?
So moved.
There's a motion by John. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Tim. Questions or clarifications? Hearing none, then, we'll call for a roll call vote for Resolution 2017-08, adoption of the fiscal year 2018 budget.
Kurth.
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
Feldhacker,
Aye.
On a 3-0 roll call vote, that resolution passes. Thanks again for all the work with that. This brings us to agenda item number 6. This is the third reading, then, of Cable Ordinance 697, amending the cable television rates. We've had the first two that have passed. Ample time for public members to comment. Is there a motion for the Cable Ordinance 697?
So moved.
Moved by Travis. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by John. Again, a roll call vote, please, for the third reading of Cable Ordinance number 697.
Olson,
Aye.
Feldhacker,
Aye.
Kurth.
On a 3-0 roll call vote, that third reading ordinance now passes for the third reading. Agenda item number 7 and 8 are pretty similar, otherwise, from the Big Sioux River Historical Society Foundation grant request. Gary, you want to just give an overview of that, please, for the public?
Yeah, the Milroys for years have been placing flags honoring veterans out in the cemetery during Memorial Day and other times of the year. Right now, there's, I think, 200 markers, and the rest of them, they really just have to search for each and every year, and their goal with these grants is to be able to provide another 400 markers out there, which would take care of the approximately 600 veterans, and I think there's 25 that are Civil War veterans as well. So they want to be able to honor them each year, and these grants, or this grant, they're going to try and ask for money to both the Sioux County Foundation and also the Hawarden Community Foundation to fund it. It'll allow them to, again, place flags at the graves in honor of all the veterans. And Big Sioux River Valley Historical Society has agreed to let the grant run through their organization. And again, because of their affiliation with the city and that they don't have a 501c3, we have to be a fiscal agent where the check comes through the city and then we give the check out to them. So we're just really a pass-through.
All right, we thank them for their volunteerism and all they've done over the past years. So,
Yep.
Agenda item number 7 would be the fiscal for the Sioux County Foundation grant request. Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Moved by Travis, a second.
Second.
Seconded by John. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Next then is approval of the sponsorship as they go through the Hawarden Community Foundation.
So moved.
Moved by Travis, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded again by John. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The last is a consent agenda for a liquor license transfer for March the 14th on a Tuesday from the Hawarden Golf Course to the Hawarden Community Center. As usual, everything's in order with that. Is there a motion for the consent agenda item? So moved. Moved by Tim, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Travis. All in favor of the consent agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Lastly, our future city council meeting for the month will be again on March the 22nd. We'll move forward from there. Thank you for your attendance. Is there a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Moved by Tim. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by John. All in favor of the Hawarden City Council being adjourned, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed? Hawarden City Council now adjourned. Thanks for your attendance.